He says there's a lot of pressure on the Chiefs to repeat. Mahomes running his mouth too much. So I'm glad you brought this up, Timothy, because I do not think the Chiefs cannot handle the pressure that they're putting on themselves. I think there is a method behind the madness of why Patrick Mahomes is talking, why Travis Kelce, even before the Super Bowl parade started, they're like, three-peat. It's time for us to focus. It's because sometimes in the offseason, when you've been there and you've done that, right? The Kansas City Chiefs now in recent memory have done it 3 times, right? It was 3 out of the last 5 years. They have done it. With that being said, sometimes you got to have that added motivation to really carry on into this offseason, to really carry on into the dog days of summer like we are right now, to really carry on through the preseason. I don't think they're adding any pressure to the Kansas City Chiefs whatsoever. If anything, this is good laser focus, right? Meaning good pressure for them is going to help them succeed. Now, if they weren't talking, if they were comfortable, like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. We're just out here coasting. We're out here having a good time. I mean, they're already having a good time. Isn't Travis Kelce in like Europe with what's-her-face, Tay Banks, right? But I think this running of the mouth is good. I think the pressure is good for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it is awesome for them. Give me the pressure, and I will succeed. Jim says, I'm back. What I miss? I had to take Mahomes and wipe my Andy Reid. So far, the Chiefs are 2-0 on this young season with win over the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Week 3. This is a game where I think a hiccup might occur. This is a game where I think the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of overlooking said opponent. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs have the ability to overlook the opponent and still win, but at the same time, still look bad, right? Kind of like what they did Christmas Day last season. John and Jim will never let me live that down. Christmas Day. The Chiefs were like, you know what? The Raiders suck. Whatever. It is what it is. We just need to get ourselves right. But I think this Week 3 game is when the Chiefs overlook the Atlanta Falcons. I think this Week 3 game, like Casey Morgan just said, is a trap game. I think the Falcons are going to be better than a lot of people want to admit. I think the Falcons are going to be kind of shocking the world like the Detroit Lions did last season. I do think the Kansas City Chiefs drop a close one in Atlanta versus Kirk Cousins and the Falcons. I think it is a really, really ugly game. I think this is a game that we kind of wish we could just like white out on the schedule. Week 3, traveling to a not good Atlanta Falcons team on paper. Come on. Give us a Week 4 matchup. Back on the road. Taking on the Chargers. Justin Herbert and the Chargers. We spoke on the Chargers yesterday. I told you guys how bad the Chargers wide receiver core is. I told you how bad that offense is going to be. I told you how overrated Justin Herbert is. And the Kansas City Chiefs exposed that every stretch of the imagination. The Kansas City Chiefs are pissed off after that Atlanta Falcons game. The Kansas City Chiefs are upset that they went to Atlanta and they laid an egg. Then they're going to go to SoFi Stadium in LA and they are going to drop the wood. 63-point them. 60-piece them. Put it up. As my man Sonic says, speed me up, speed me up. Because that is what Xavier Worthy is going to be doing up and down on the field. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw over 500-plus yards. Jay Pacheco might rush for 120 plus another 100 yards out of the backfield. Travis Kelce might find the end zone 3 or 4 times. They're going to walk all over the LA Chargers this Week 4 game. Week 4 game, they're going to basically do what Casey just said. The Chargers are imploding this year, full rebuild next year. This implosion is going to be starting by the Kansas City Chiefs by the epic beatdown that they're going to take Week 4. Giving us a 3-1 record going into Week 5, taking on Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints finally back at home. Now, this is a game earlier today when I was doing my post for the schedule, right? I initially had the Chiefs winning this game. Then I was like, big win over the Chargers, bye week next week. Are we overlooking the Saints, looking forward to a bye week, looking forward to the San Francisco 49ers the following week? I'm like, okay, maybe the Saints. But then I got to thinking, Derek Carr, has he ever beaten the Kansas City Chiefs? When Derek Carr was a part of the Las Vegas Raiders, did he ever beat the Kansas City Chiefs? And I don't think he did. Looking at the Saints roster, yes, they do have Alvin Kamara still. But who are their receivers still? Chris Olave? That's about it, right? Cedric Wilson Jr., former Kansas City Chief like 5 teams ago. The Saints are going to be kind of a bust of a team this year, I think. I think many people think that the Saints are going to, potentially make a playoff push. Potentially upset the Bucs and the Falcons, right? But I do think this is a close game. I do think this is a battling back and forth game. I do think Derek Carr puts on his best front, but the Kansas City Chiefs defense and the offense is just too much for the New Orleans Saints and Derek Carr. The Chiefs pull this one out, 27-25 type of score. It's going to be a very, very close one-score game. Moving the Chiefs to 4-1 going into the bye week, week 6. Jim Powell says Kelce is not going to do anything. He is enjoying dressing up like Mr. Peanut and putting on makeup on Tay-Tay. I wouldn't say that, but I'm worried about Father Time for Travis Kelce. There is a reason why the Kansas City Chiefs drafted a tight end this season. Travis Kelce's days are numbered.